Hello, welcome to another episode of Fascia-Forward Fitness Full Body Workout. Let's get started and see what your body can do today. Let's start our warm-up on the floor today, or on your mat. We're going to start with feet on the floor, hip width apart, knees up, and we're going to lie back, okay? I want you to feel the natural curve of your spine. There should be some space underneath your spine. We do not want your spine flat against the floor. Okay, so right here, let's put our hands on all four quadrants of our core and let's do 3 deep breaths. As you're breathing in and out, go slowly, go deeply, and pay attention to the muscles that are contracting as you breathe in. And your final breath, good, okay. Very good. Let's put our hands by our side and keep those feet planted firmly. We're going to lift the hips slowly up into a half bridge. Don't over exaggerate here, but just bring your hips up and exhale, bring it down slowly. Up again, 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale as you come down. And last time, bring it up. Exhale, bring it down. Let's roll over onto one side. Bring ourselves up to knees. And we're going to bring our right knee forward so that our knee's stacked nicely on top of our ankle. Toes can be tucked or untucked, your choice. Take a deep breath up. Lengthen your spine. Let your shoulders drop down. Don't let them hike up into the ears. As you exhale, turn toward the bent knee. Inhale, both arms up. And those straight arms are going to go the opposite direction this time. One more time each side. Inhale up. Exhale, twist toward the bent knee. Inhale up. And exhale. Bring it back to the center. Let's bring fingertips down to the ground. And we're going to shift the hips back. You don't need to straighten out the leg all the way. Flex the foot, fingertips here, and rather than a rounded spine, think about taking your bottom rib forward and then lower a little. It's not necessary to be touching your thigh or having your legs straight, okay? Point and flex. If you desire a deeper stretch, just pull a little more forward. Don't get deeper by bending that way, okay? Bring it back, and we'll take opposite leg out. Make sure knees stacked over ankle. We'll stretch here in the flexor. Inhale up. We're going to twist toward the bent knee. Nice straight arms. Inhale up. Twist opposite direction. Inhale. Twist toward the bent knee. And last time. Very good. And fingertips down. Shift the hips back, straighten the leg to whatever degree is a stretch, but certainly not painful or tight at this point. Take your bottom rib, shove it forward, slide it forward a little bit, and then lower slightly. You can also take your fingertips out. And let's bring it back in so that we're standing on both knees. Still legs about hip widths apart. Place your hands right behind the small of your back and just push forward a bit. And now we're going to one at a time take right hand up. Inhale, reach back with the left and up with the right. Exhale, switch. A couple more times. Inhale. Exhale, switch. And one more time each side. Inhale. Exhale, switch. Very good. Nice. All right. And let's bring it up. If you have a step stool handy, this will work. If you desire, we're going to do some step overs, something higher. You could place a stick on 2 chairs or tie a band between two chairs if you want something higher. But first, we're just going to stand on one side of our step stool. We're going to lift and come over. And let's just do a few step overs, lifting the knee, stepping down, little balance there. Okay, let's come behind and step over and back. Try not to hurdle as I did in the first one. Try to just go straight overhead. One more, or over, not overhead. That would be a trick. Straight over the stool. Takes a little balance going backwards. There you go. Very good. All right, let's go a little bit of a narrow squat. Feet just hip width, not wider than hip width. And let's just start with some easy halfway squats, okay? All right. A couple more here. Getting a little deeper as your body allows that, okay? Next up, we're going to reach our hands overhead. As you come up, I want you to lower your right hand, tap out your left toe. Bring it back. Squat, lower your left hand, tap out your right foot. Little tick-tock squat. If you want your legs a little narrower to work on balance, you can do that. All right. Very good. Great. Keep your hands overhead, lace the fingers, press up to the ceiling, and notice that you have that little natural curve right here in your back. That's great. As we exhale, I want us to bring the hands down chest height and round the back, round the spine, and tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale up and round. Sometimes we want to round the spine, but only very purposefully. Okay, when we're doing most of our movements today, we're going to focus on a straight spine. So I want you to feel what a rounded spine feels like. We're warming it up, and that's great and safe here, but not always, as I'll highlight during our workout. Very good. Great job. Last thing we want to do is called straight arm retraction. Okay, this involves the hips first. Nice hip hinge right here, flat, straight spine, okay? And I just want your arms to hang in a nice plumb line, okay? All right, and I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together like there's a pencil between them, then lift them out to a T, then lower, and then let them go loose. So you're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift straight arms, lower straight arms, let the squeeze in the shoulder blades go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that one more time. Squeeze them together, lift, lower, release. Very good. Hands on the knees. Let's roll up, and we'll start with a set of those tick-tock squats. So I'm gonna do 3 different variations in our 3 sets. So the first set of tick-tock squats, just like our warm-up, okay? We're gonna reach, stand up, lower. Okay, opposite hand and leg. If you are not ready to lift the foot yet, you can always tap. Nice job. Little pause out there. Sometimes you're going to lose your balance. It's okay. Straight back up. And last one here. Nice job. All right. If you'd like, you could take something as light as a little ball, as heavy as a 5-pound dumbbell, or somewhere in between, like a yoga block. I'm going to use this, okay? So I'm going to hold it between the palms, straight up. Let's squat down. Stand up, lower right hand, lift left foot. And opposite side, lower left hand, lift right foot. Very nice. Work on the depth of the squats as you get a little more warmed up. And one more time each side. Great work. One more squat. And nice. Okay, great. Let's put the block down. Let's do those bent flies like we just did in the warm-up. So let's use, I'm going to use 2 yoga blocks. You could use soup cans. The heaviest you would ever want to use here, 5 pounds would be extremely heavy in my opinion. So something lighter, you don't need a lot of weight here, okay? So we're going to push the hips back, let those arms hang down. And in my case, the yoga blocks are going to touch the floor, okay? Keep that spine straight, retract those shoulder blades so the blocks or your weight comes off the ground. Lift up, lower the straight arms, and release. Squeeze, lift, lower, relax. Again, squeeze. If you feel your spine starting to round or the integrity of your form starting to falter, take a break. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. And we're not lifting up in the elbows. So this first lift occurs because we are squeezing the shoulder blades together. Very good. Last one. Nice. Okay, set those to the side. And we're going to alternate with sets of bridges in here. So let's come down, maybe bring a band with you. Or I'm going to show you a couple of variations. You could use dumbbells, you could use a band, you could use blocks, okay? So I'm going to use a band on the first one. I'm just going to string it across my hips. I'm going to set up for a nice bridge. Palms flat down, lift up and hold, and back down. Let's do about 8 of these. Inhale and exhale on your way down. Most of your weight's in the heels. Okay, a little hold up here. Very nice. Great job. Couple more. Last one. Nice. We're gonna hop up for another set of our straight arm 4-count flies. Okay, let's try for about 6 reps, okay? Get set first, hips back, reach down, retract, and blocks are gonna come off the ground. Hold it, lower it, release it. Pull it up. Excellent. Without bending the elbows, lift whatever resistance you have off the ground. Again, this could be done with a band. If you're doing this with a band, you would want a lot of slack in the band at the beginning. Or otherwise it'd be too much resistance when you go up, okay? And this time for our bridges, you could put dumbbells or any other kind of resistance on your hips, feet hip width apart, knees nice and bent. We're gonna lift up, hold it, lower down. Lift up, hold for a sec, bring it down. 2 more here, and then we'll change it up. 1 more. Stay up this time. You may leave the weights on your hips or set them down, your choice. Extend your right leg. And from here, I want you to lift and lower, or lower and lift. Lower down, keep that leg straight. So you're working primarily in the left glutes and hams. Couple more. Stay up, and this time, I just want you to lower and lift that straight right leg. Very good. Keep it straight. It doesn't have to be a big movement. In fact, it shouldn't be terribly big. Not much higher than knee height. Last one. Bend the knee, set it down, and lower. Very good. All right. With or without weights, let's do 4 regular bridges. 3, 2, and 1. Stay up. With or without weights. Extend the left leg. Lower and lift with that leg extended. Keep it long. Don't hold your breath. Couple more. Nice work. Stay up this time. And now lower and lift the leg only. 4 times. 3 times. 2 times. Very good. And last job. Okay. Equipment to the side. And we're going to work on some step ups. Okay, so grab your step stool. If you don't have a step stool, yoga blocks would be fine. Okay, so we're going to start right foot up. And we're going to shift our weight forward. Start to lift up and slowly come up. Heel to the front. Bring it back. Slowly lower down. Toes are going to hit. Step back. Relax. Shift weight forward. Lift the back heel. Press up. And heel to the front. And reverse that motion. Lower very slowly. Toes first. So you never want to use a lot of momentum. Shift forward. Lift. Now the toes come up off the ground. Bring the heel to the front of your step stool. And reverse. Okay. Let's go left side. Shift forward. Come up on the back toes. Lift. I'm wobblier on this side, are you? Maybe this is your better side. Toes touch down. Now the heel's down. Relax. Shift forward. Up to the toes. Bring it up. Heel forward. Toes go back down and tap. Back to the heel. One more time. Shift forward. Up to the toes. Lift. Heel forward. Back. Toes touch. And down. I'm very wobbly on that side. Okay. You may want to add weight to that. You may want another way to make that more difficult is a higher step stool. As you progress and get stronger and feel better, you can add or play with some of those options. Okay, grab your band, arms straight out in front of you, parallel to the floor. The less band you have to work in the middle with, the more resistance you'll have. We're just gonna bring it out and release on the way back. No snapping back, okay? Let's do 10 or 12 of these fairly quickly, okay? Make sure you're not leaning back, okay? A little bit of an athletic stance. Keep pulling, very good. Nice job. Couple more. And we're gonna do a second set of the step ups. If you'd like, add weight. They would need to stay at your sides, okay? So let's do right foot, step forward, bring it up, same slow. This would be much easier to do faster, okay? But we don't want to do that. Very good. Bring the heel forward and back, toes down, back to your heel. 2 more this side. Press up. And I'm going to show you when you keep going like you are, but this would be much easier, okay? Using momentum, pushing off. We're going slowly, working both the concentric and the eccentric phase of that motion. Let's go left leg forward, up to the toes, bring it up, heel taps the front, toes down, heel down. 3 more times. Shift, come up, tap front, toes back, 2 more times. Very good. I almost fell off. Keep going. 1 more. Okay, great job. And our band pull aparts, let's do 10 or 12 very quickly. 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Grab whatever you have. We can use, this will be the most resistance you use all day. We're going to work on some deadlifts. This is a really light weight, but I'm using it for demonstration. You will know how much you can lift more weight here than you can in an upper body lift, for example. I want a very wide stance, toes out. You're going to hold the weight vertically, okay? And we're going to come down. Maybe we're going to touch it to the ground. Maybe we're not. See where you can go. Okay, so your hips are going back. You're not bending forward, okay? You're here, okay? Nice and quick. You could keep going, keep going. Just showing you other options. You could use a weighted ball. Stand all the way up each time. Very good. Nice job, okay? On our second set, grab 2. You could use heavier dumbbells here too, but we're gonna hold them at our side vertically, okay? We're gonna hold them by the head of the dumbbell. Why? Well, it gives us a little work on grip strength in our fingers. That's great. And it'll give us something to aim for. We might want the bottom head to touch the ground. If it doesn't work for you today, it's something to shoot for in the future, okay? So we're gonna come down here. And we're going to keep them at the side. Okay, nice. Great job. And if yours aren't hitting, it's okay. Don't sacrifice your form to hit an arbitrary goal like that. Very good. All right, great job. And our next set, just want to show you something. If you don't have anything in your house, these are called suitcase, literal suitcase. You can use dumbbells, you can use kettlebells, you could use anything. If you have nothing, these are 2 completely different things, and they weigh a little bit different. We would switch them because that's real life, right? Okay, so this time we're going to stay a little bit wide. Right here. And here you could go a little heavier because they're touching the ground sooner. We don't have as big a range of motion, okay? So this might look a little silly, but if you're working out at home and you don't have the equipment, no excuses, right? And then I would switch. Also, very functional if you're carrying bags of groceries, luggage at the airport. How often do both bags weigh exactly the same? Never. Very good, okay? Just a little example of how you can be creative, okay? Let's work on a little bit of core, a little more hip movement. Let's walk out into a nice down dog. Spread those fingers, feet hip width apart, and get your bottom rib to push toward the top of your thigh. Let your head reach down towards the mat. Now, we're going to flatten out into a plank. Okay, you shouldn't need to adjust the distance of your hand and feet. Okay, back up into down dog. Bottom rib to your thigh. And out into a plank. Make sure you don't sink too low. Stay nice and tall. Reach the crown of your head. Front, heels back. Down dog. Plank. Let's do about 4 more of those. Down dog, plank, push those hips up, rib cage toward the thighs. 2 more times. Very good. 1 more time. I want you to stay in the plank this time. And here's our little end of workout challenge. I want you to come to your right elbow, then your left elbow, hold that plank, then right palm, left palm. We're going to go 4 times each side. Try to keep that core nice and stable. A couple more times this side. Stay out. This time, lead with your left elbow. Left, right, left palm, right palm. 3 more times. Left elbow, left palm, right palm. 2 more. If you're feeling particularly great today, you could speed this up, okay? And we have not done any push-ups today, nor will we, but let's make this last lower to the mat a slow, controlled, narrow push-up and down to the ground. Very good. Let's plant the elbows right in front of us. Pull forward, lift up, move side to side. You move those hips an awful lot, so get deep into those hip flexor muscles as you stretch right here. Very good. Nice. All right, let's push back and reach forward. Great job. Great job. Lots of deadlifts and squats. Very good. Let's roll it over onto the back. And let's take both knees in. Give yourself a big hug to congratulate yourself for, first of all, showing up. Second of all, doing the work. Very good. Extend right leg straight. Keep left leg in. Pull. Straighten it up overhead. Again, you don't need to be locked out in the knee. Some ankle movement that feels good to you. Very good. Let's cross left ankle on right knee and pull it in. Nice stretch from all the step-ups, and that slow step-up work will maybe visit you in the next day or two. That's okay, and this is a great stretch to throw in the middle of the day if you're feeling a little stiff. Very good. Uncross, extend left leg out, keep right knee in. And a little ankle movement. So no excuses. You can use grocery bags and old briefcases for your workout if necessary. Cross. Pull that knee in. Great stretch. Glutes, outer hip. Stay here as long as you'd like. You're at home. You can hit pause and stretch for as long as you'd like. Or as long as you have. Okay? Let's scoot over to hips to one side of the mat. And let's take feet to the opposite corner and inch your shoulders to the opposite corner. Cross your right leg on top of your left ankle and then reach overhead. Try to let your right shoulder blade melt back down to the mat. Try to let your right glutes sink back down to the mat. Try not to be rolled over on your side if possible. And reach overhead. Nice long stretch from the hip all the way up the arms. Okay, bring it back. Let's situate the hips on the far left side of the mat. Right foot to right corner. Left foot on top of right ankle. And then inch your shoulders over to the right side. And I'm going to reach overhead. Let shoulder blade melt back down. Try to let your glutes melt back down if possible. And this one seems to work best if you just sort of relax and let the body do the work. If you just relax, you'll feel it stretch. Very good. All right. Let's bring it back to the center. Let's do one big hug. And this time when you hug, lift up, clench everything and contract your abdominals, get your nose to your knees, crunch your shoulders, contract everything, flex your feet. And then we're just going to relax out. Let it all go. Let the work you just did sink in. Great job. Hope you enjoyed that in some way.
We'll see you next time on Fascia Forward Fitness.